Hello, everyone. Deus Games here. Amadeus Aeon, aka Lee here, of Deus Games, of course. And today's video is just a simple short update on my return to streaming and, generally speaking, YouTube, etc. And so, I just kind of want to explain a few things in this video, like why I was gone for so long, why I missed streaming the events, which are usually something I always cover on this channel, and just kind of, talk a little bit about my direction going forward here. So please bear with me, and if you watch this video all the way to the end, thank you so very much, and I hope you continue to offer me your patronage and support. So without further ado, let's get started. So, if you had been paying attention to like my posts on like Twitter or on Facebook, for the Facebook group, for example, you'll notice that I had been absent for a while, and that I'd also been seeking a little bit of assistance, even because like I had a bit of a issue where, like, basically all of my equipment here that I was using to stream, it broke down, and because I'm not in a position of like financial stability, so to say, um, it was really a crippling blow to my channel here and to my media. So, and this luckily didn't last all year long this time around, but rather it was just something simple and like just kind of uh well, what's the word? It's just like I'm glad that like it didn't last as long as it could have, basically. And so, what I basically would like to state in this video is like, like what the heck happened, that made me, like, be absent all summer long, which is usually, like, the highest point in, games like these, for example, and just, like, in general, to stream, because, that's when people are, going on, like, summer vacation from school, from work, etc. And maybe, just people like taking time off and stuff like that for summer. And so they usually tend to look for more like videos and streamers to watch while they're on their breaks. And even when they're not on break or on the weekends, summer weekends, etc. Like, summer is just kind of like one of the best times to do that, and I sadly missed out because my equipment, it broke, and like I said, because of financial instability that I was under and still kind of am under, I could not repair or replace, my broken equipment that I needed to make sure that you guys would be able to enjoy like my videos and my streams. And to top that off is like this isn't like these videos, this channel, like, you'll hear all the time, especially like big names here on YouTube or on Twitch, like they'll always talk about like how they have all this revenue, all this money that they're making from videos. I'm actually not one of those kind of people, unfortunately, because it's really competitive and really hard in this line of work to really, hook in and sink people's interests. Like, you have to have a lot of good showsmanship and a lot of good quality and, just overall things that, like, people, like, enjoy to watch, so to speak. And, like, I've only got a very small, uh, like, fan base, you could say, or just listeners or video subscribers or something like to that effect. So it's not like I'm like vastly well known or anything like that. Which, that would be my goal, really. My ultimate goal is just kind of make a name for myself. But, in reality, I kind of just do this, sort of as a hobby. Like, I'm sure, like, most people do when they think to do like streaming like this is initially it's just something to do on the side, a hobby. And it's a very fun hobby, to be able to share like people sharing their gameplay experiences and like what they're doing and all that sort of stuff, like giving updates, like personal updates, I guess you could say, and as well as game updates and sharing those with your audience. And that's just something, that kind of really goes on here within 14s, is that it's always a community of sharing and, enjoying things together. But for myself personally, I do this, like I said, initially as just a hobby. But it's a hobby that I enjoy doing, and I like having people enjoy that same hobby with me. And so it was really kind of hard for me, missing out all summer long and partial of fall even too. Like, not gonna lie here, I just barely like got back into everything here, getting my equipment back and then having to, reinstall like this game and all the other stuff that I've had and that I plan on getting. So it was just like a really big headache, and like I didn't really have much like backing support financially or emotionally, really, kind of. So it was hard for quite a moment, but then I finally got some good news, so to speak. And that good news came into me, just via a letter, etc., that I have been accepted for, like, a little bit of, like, I guess you could say financial support or assistance. So that was really great news to hear. And thus, that one letter, that helped me out a big time to get back here in stream. Though I've missed quite a lot of things, like in the previous months here, there was a few events, the summer event being one of them, and then the yearly anniversary event that they do every year here, which, I was really bummed out that I couldn't get myself back in time for those and that I missed them. And so, and like, it just really bums me out too that I wasn't able to, like, provide that sort of content for you guys here that listen or watch as well. So, I was just very disappointed in myself. And, like, just kind of like feeling down in the dumps, I every person gets that way. Like especially, for us entertainers, people kind of get like the idea sometimes that, we're entertainers, we can just be sort of happy go lucky all the times. And like we just, we're inspirational all the time. It's a misconception that a lot of people get from, people like us who make content and develop content for audiences to, look at and share and listen to and enjoy, etc. Like, we are, behind it all, we are human with human emotions. We're not just mindless drones just doing it because we're making a paycheck from it or doing it because, it makes people laugh or whatever. We do it for ourselves, and we do it for fun because we like doing it. That's kind of like how it goes along with this what's the word, occupation, I guess, um, is that we provide, entertainment through media, and that's kind of our, even though we kind of like will try to be, like as entertaining as possible, like there is like on the surface, or under the surface, I mean, a human level, a person that, may be going through some hard times, and so it's just one thing that can easily be forgotten by people that are viewers and people that are listeners, etc. Is that they often forget, like we, the entertainer, are people, that we aren't just like positive, outgoing all the time. Even though we try to be that way because, it's just the right thing to do as an entertainer is to be strong, be strong of heart and strong of will so that, you know, we can keep others happy just as much as we can find our own, like, sort of happiness. And so, it, like, means a lot, like, when people say nice things in our videos in the comment sections, or they leave us, like, a like from the like button or something, or even if they're doing a follow on Twitch, like, that's the small little things, Those things, like, they help us get through our day. Sometimes they even uplift our days, and they just motivate us even more, like, to keep pursuing further in our goals and interests in this kind of line of work. And so, like, whenever I get likes from people, like, I really do honestly appreciate that, like, more than you'll know. And it's a real confidence booster to see, that the work that you do is well liked and, like, just kind of watched, like, a lot. So, like, I really do, like, it really does, like, help me out on sort of that emotional level, I guess you could say. It helps boost that confidence and helps me, like, keep going and keep moving along with this instead of, quitting, like, halfway through, like a lot of people who try it for the first time typically will do, because they'll realize, maybe there isn't enough people watching. Maybe there's people, like, saying bad stuff, you know, like maybe people don't like them like as much as they'd hoped, and like just all these sort of like negative things that can and will happen throughout an entertainer's career, or in my, I guess I shouldn't say entertainer so much as a streamer. Like you will get like sometimes a bad rap from some people who like don't like your opinions, they don't like your thoughts, they disagree entirely like with what you want, what you're saying, etc. And that discourages like those who are new to it, those starting off, and especially like when there's a lot of people who like to troll. Like, don't get me wrong, I think a little bit of trolling like the first time around, it's like, yeah, okay, you got me there. It was a funny joke the first time, sort of thing. But like when it just gets kind of like repetitive and everything like that, then it just kind of like starts to like stress the person out like mentally, and just kind of makes it hard for them to enjoy liking what they do, etc. When you have like those kind of people that just troll like no matter what, and they just don't care, they don't really like care like if it affects the person or not, etc. And those people are the people that I personally try to avoid like as much as possible, because we really don't need that, we don't need that in our communities, and we certainly don't need that in our lives either. So I definitely try to avoid people that are just overly negative or overly trolly as much as possible, because I don't do this so that they can get a kick out of it or whatever. I just do it for, like I said, I do it for a hobby and because it's something that I enjoy doing. So anyway, that's the story of like my absence and everything. Going forward, what I would like to do is sort of kind of look forward into more streaming, possibly keep doing events, definitely, and definitely doing playing through other games as well. Like I haven't forgotten about like my Detroit streaming that I still have yet to finish yet. I haven't forgot about that either. And there's other things like I would like to also sort of stream for you guys as well, so that, there's more of a variety on the channel than just, one single game. And like I just really want to just keep going, as much as I can. And I suppose with going into something a little more personal, like my body is under like ailments, like I'm not sure if it's long lasting ailment or not, or if it can be corrected or mistake, or managed somehow. But I've gone through a bit of a hard time health wise, where like I can't stand and walk like very great, and like my body like seizes up and stiffens, and it's very painful and agonizing when that happens, and keeps me in bed for like days afterwards. And so I've just kind of been like guessing like what it might possibly be the problem, but I don't really know, but I am seeking medical help for that as well. So here's hoping, like, basically to, a greater future in the long run. And, if I can get better, then, all the more better. But if not, if it's something permanent, then, well, I guess I'll, figure out where to go through. It's really all you can do. And just try to keep myself in a chippier mood. Coming back into this has kind of made me a little bit happier, and it's really, improved my mood by leaps and bounds, I'd say. So, I'm really happy to be back here into streaming and making videos again. And I definitely would like to continue on with it as much as possible too. But again, without the usual like good financial situation, I fear like it's just kind of like limited me, and like it's just really kind of hard, you know, just facing like the reality of it, like knowing that, it's a lot harder living with life with certain issues, and not having like, the support as much as you could. It can be, pretty damaging to say. But again, like I said, being back has really improved my mood by leaps and bounds. And I'm sure, I'll make another one of these videos like in the future where I give update on myself as a person and, you know, just general things. But anyway, if you've watched this far, thank you very much. Um, like I said, it means a lot whenever, people leave likes, when I see them commenting, like, positive, or just things like maybe they thought was cool or they liked, or even just like kind words, anything really that's positive. Like, that helps a lot. It does. And so I'll close off the video here with wishing everyone, a good morning, a good day, good night, whichever time of the day it is for you. And be good to yourselves. You know, it's important, I think, for every now and then for people to hear those words is, be good to yourselves, and, you know, things will get better. They will. Given time, no matter how much time, things, they do always get better in the long run. You just need to have, you know, uh, determination and, you know, motivation even. Those two things, if you just keep those two things going strong, then, it really helps you get through the day. And that's what's most important. So, again, take care of yourselves, everyone, and be good to yourselves. And I hope to see you all around more often, as I'm going to be around more often as I possibly can as well. So please be on the lookout for when I am going to be streaming again, or when I'm posting, you know, content updates and dates for streams or whatnot. Just be on like lookout there. I guess the easiest way of doing that is, follow me on Twitter or on the Facebook group. I'll probably link those in the description of this video once it's uploaded. And also, I guess if you are a subscriber too, that will keep you up to date as well on things that I'm doing and things that I'm streaming. So again, thanks everyone so much for your support and your positivity. It really helps me like get through things a lot, and I really appreciate it. So yeah, I think I'll end the video now with that. Thanks everyone again. I'm saying thank you a lot, but I really do mean it. And yeah, take care of yourselves out there, and stay determined, stay motivated, and find something uplifting for yourselves. And we'll end on that. Thank you so much again, and goodbye, everyone.